Yo, let's go fam, my name's Tommy and in today's video I'm going to talk to you about the broader Bitcoin ecosystem, what I'm bullish on, what BRC-20 tokens I personally hold and which ordinal collections I'm super bullish on. So if you like this kind of content, then please like the video, and just like the color of my hat, it'll turn grey. So the first thing we'll talk about is ordinals, because this does excite me the most, and one of the most promising projects that I do hold is Natcats. If you follow me on X, you'll know how bullish I am, because I did have it as my PFP. I'm literally just going to change it back, but I'm waiting for the blue tick because it's not approved. And the floor is 0.039 Bitcoin. And they've just been dipped down to like 0.25 was like probably the bottom. And now they've bounced back up to nearly 0.04. Look at them. They're a thing of beauty. Bitcoin made these, put together by the blockchain block data. And it's all on the pattern of 3B. You need to go and research it. All the metadata is literally spurned out by the Bitcoin blockchain to create these cats. And they look so cool. They're so edgy. And they're just so good. I don't know how people can not see value in them. I know they do cost 0.0, just under 4 Bitcoin, but I don't know, guys. Look at them. For a floor one, I mean, you could get her. She's a keeper with the pearl necklace. She's got a mean streak to her with the earring. I mean, I like these as well. The night vision with the dark grey face looks really, really cool. This cat's not really got the best color scheme, and that's why it's on the floor, I feel. Obviously that one's pretty cool. I like those colors, but floors are floors, you know what I mean? This one's not so bad with the rainbow color. The mouse trait, smoking, I'm not really digging that. This one's pretty cool. Double earrings, nice lilac, zombie night vision, 2 black ears. That would be a good cat for Halloween. So yeah, Natcats I'm super bullish on them. They are the first unique non-arbitrary token, which is in digital matter theory. There's a whole lot of things going off. You need to do your research on it, and once you get it, you get it. So onto the next one that I am super bullish on, and you really need to get in on this quick because it is a very limited collection which aren't in the top 12 in Magic Eden, but they should be quite close to it. They are the Bitmap Emporium. Here they are. Now, they were trading at 0.01 recently. I went out and bought an OG Cabal hoodie, which was 0.039 Bitcoin, and these are the floor ones anyway, but this is like Neo Tokyo on Bitcoin. So you've got Limitless Source, who is a Neo Tokyo citizen who's brought a load of Neo Tokyo people in to create a Discord community, and it's going to be an alpha hub called the Bitmap Emporium, built on Bitmap. So everyone holds one of these PFPs, ordinal inscriptions, will get one parcel on that bitmap, and they're part of the Bitmap Emporium. You've got a gatekept Discord of alpha chat, and the alpha is to get one in the top 20%, because if you get one in the top 20%, then you get access to an even more exclusive chat. So there's tiers to it. And if they do airdrops, which I'm sure they do because they're going to collaborate with a lot of other companies, the top 20% will definitely going to qualify for the airdrops before the people in the 80%, the rest of them. You will have to pay a bit more of a premium than the floor price to get one in the top 20%, unless you're really lucky and you can snipe one if someone lists one but they don't know they've got it or whatever. Anyway, that's down to you. I paid my 0.04 Bitcoin to get my hooded OG Cabal, which I really, really love. I had to buy it. I had to sell one Natcat to get it, which I'm gutted about because I'm so bullish on the Natcats, but I got a Grail Bitmap Emporium, and then I minted a Soldier General with like a beret, which is really, really cool. So they are the 2 ordinal collections that are pretty affordable right now that I would be personally loading up on, because I see so much value in them, and you can still be pretty early to them. Natcats is still only a couple of months old. I remember going to get the spreadsheet, filtering through to get my purple cat, and then I got my fish cat, and all that was spreadsheet trading. Now they're in Magic Eden. People still don't really understand DMT. It's a new thing, and you need to get your head around it, and it's going to be something that is a first of a first of a first, which is going to stand the test of time. The Bitmap Emporium is the Neo Tokyo of Bitcoin ecosystem on Bitmap. How can you not be bullish? What if they drop a token like Bytes? And there's only 2,500 of these Bitmap Emporium, PFPs, inscriptions, NFTs, Ordinals, all the same thing. That's what it is on Bitcoin. Then if they drop Bytes like Neo Tokyo did, a token, now runes are here, every PFP is yielding that many bytes or whatever they call it, bits or whatever it can be called, bang, you've got passive income. Limitless Source is building. He knows what to do. He knows how to drive value. He understands it. He sees the vision. He sees the future. That's why I definitely would get in on Bitmap Emporium. So that's my 2 ordinal picks for you. Now, moving on to the BRC-20s. While all the hype is around runes right now, I believe that you should be paying attention to BRC-20s because they are undervalued. I know they're clunky with the transaction fees, but they still are very, very useful. And Track is my first one that I'm going to talk to you about at just over a 50 million market cap. Now, 50 million is the threshold for a crypto to go in from a micro cap to move up a level. So it's just at a micro cap still. So it's got so much potential to run. You see the top one is at like a 900 million market cap, and that's Ordi, and it's just outside the top 100. So you're looking at like billions of dollars to get into the top 100. So what Track is, if you weren't aware of, think of it like Chainlink is like an Oracle service of data that's imaginary, like in their data, moving all the data, connecting all the dots, you know what I mean? Saying that this one is a 777 and making sure it is a 777, if that makes sense to you. So it's basically tracking all the data and making sure it all aligns and everything's indexed properly. That's what Track does. It's quite something in the background that you need, but you don't really see it, you know what I mean? It's like invisible, but it's there in the background doing its stuff, like the Chainlink, like the Oracle. And what's important about Track is it's decentralized, which is very important. So it's not centralized. Okay, there is one founding member called Benny, who's the dev, who's just expanded his team for like another 4 members. So he's building out his team, but this dev is super switched on and he's building some really, really cool stuff with Track and with Pipe. So if you want to get Track, literally you can come into the OKX and see how much it is, and you will have to buy 1,000 would be at just under 4,000 sats. So always go into Unisat and double check, because you see like this one's cheaper, 3,887 sats, which is $2.51. And on AKX, these are the 2 marketplaces that I use the most. Generally Unisat is cheaper. OKX is a better one to like the UX and everything, but Unisat is still the best place to get the cheapest BRC-20s. And Track is something that I would seriously load up on, as well as its counterpart Pipe, which is also part of the Track ecosystem. And basically this is a collectible protocol for Bitcoin. So for Ordinals, for DMT, for art, DMT is that digital matter theory that was talking about briefly for Natcat. Basically this is it. And also at the minute, did you know that you can get Tap Protocol tokens airdropped by holding Pipe? So if you do hold the Pipe tokens, you're going to get airdropped Tap tokens. Again, Tap is another thing that I'm bullish on. Tap Protocol, Pipe and Track, all in the DMT and Natcats. Those 4 things, man, seriously, you've got to be paying attention now. Now is the time, because it's right low level, early level. No one really knows about it. It's still undiscovered. Like once Bitcoin starts taking off, this is the sort of thing that people are going to come and flock to, because it's just good. It's very niche, but it's like, wow, it blows my mind what is being built on Bitcoin now, because I don't see it just as a store of value like I used to. I had it in my ledger, but I never really bothered with it. I just left it in my ledger. Now I can buy Ordinals. Now I can do this. Now DeFi is coming into Bitcoin, and that's going to be very important. So back onto the list, I am quite bullish on Zbit as a gaming one, but I'm not going to include that one. So Pepe, Ordinals, Pepe BRC-20. How can you fade the frog? It's back down to a 10 million market cap. So this is when I first was buying it actually. was at a 10 million market cap, and I really want to buy some more. It ran up to what, quite a lot. Like, I don't know what it went up to, nearly 100 million market cap or something, 90 million market cap. It did like nearly a 10x, and it come crashing back down. Let's have a look at it anyway and see what it did, because I'm pretty sure that's what it did. I didn't sell, still hold it, because it's Pepe and 10 million market cap. Come on, guys, like, don't fade the frog. Like, this is the ultimate meme coin of all times whenever this chart loads. So yeah, look, boom. Look at that. It nearly went up to 90 cents. Yeah, so it did like a 9x. Well, not a 9x, but whatever I was buying it at 10 cents, I think, around here. It did do a 9x for me, but I still hold it. Bang. Now it's back down to 21 cents. Or 24 cents, or whatever it is. You do have to go into Unisat again, and you will have to literally go onto Pepe and see it here, buy it, bang, 500, 5,000. So generally you will have to pay a little bit more for the smaller ones, but this one's on the floor. You can also go to OKX or wherever you want to go to buy it. Like, there's this one as well, SatsXX. This is pipe tokens, if you want to go and buy the pipe tokens. Literally, like, you just got to navigate and buy the best ones. Obviously, if you want 5,000 Pepe, you don't want to be buying loads of 500s to make it up because of all the gas fees. You just want to buy this one, which that should be self-explanatory. But the problem is they're not that like liquid. There's no like dexes, so they can be free flowing these tokens. You buy it and you get the ordinal inscription into your wallet of this, so you'll have like 500 Pepe tokens, which is basically the indexer pointing to your wallet holding those 500 tokens. You can split those 500 tokens up. You can fractionalize them into ones or whatever you want, you know what I mean? I wouldn't advise doing that, but if you've got a big amount, like this guy looks, fractionalized his to 4,604.94. Why would you do that? I mean, come on, man. Like, if you're going to do that, just round it up to 4,600. That's just weird. But anyway, like, this is how early it is to it all. Like, in the future, they'll all be fractionalized to whatever, and people will be sending this amount for swapping it for Pepe, or swapping it for pipe, or swapping it for track, or swapping it for whatever they want to swap it for, you know what I mean? Solana, maybe, AVAX, anything, multi-chain. So don't fade the frog, of course. BRC-20, here he is. Pepe, time for a history lesson. The BRC-20 Pepe was created on March the 9th. Bang, there it is. ERC-20 Pepe was created on April the 14th. Personally, I sold all my ERC-20 Pepe because it went up to like a 3.3 billion market cap, and I bought it very early, and I swapped it into Pepe coins and I staked it for based AI. That's just me though. Again, if that moon's hard, I'm going to swap it into BRC-20. But at the minute, it's not, so I'm just sitting on it, staking it. And the good thing with Pepe is put all the runes in the bag. This may be a cryptic clue, because word on the street is that holding Pepe BRC-20 is a 1-for-1 airdrop. This has been confirmed by the official Pepe BRC-20 Twitter, that you will get runes airdropped 1-for-1. So hold Pepe, everyone. And then we're going to go on to the last one, which is all the way back into CoinGecko BRC-20s, and it should be starred. I can't find it. I don't even know if it's got a market cap or anything data, because I can't find it. So here it is, Ghosty. Finally found it. It is really far down, but I did have it starred. And it doesn't have a market cap because it is so fresh, so new. It's not that fresh and new, but it is new to the BRC-20s. And what it is doing is it's like a ghost swap. So imagine it like, let's just have a look what its price has done. So it did come out early in this 1st of January, was it? Oh, 18th of December, sorry. And then it's been on a steady decline down. So generally, when you look at crypto charts, you'll always see that front bit first, and then you'll see the big parabolic rise up. But this is how early you are to GHSY, because we're still in that accumulation zone and we haven't had that big first leg up yet. And Ghosty Cash, I'm telling you guys, is something to seriously be considering, because this is what it is. It basically enables seamless swaps and bridges across 52 plus chains with just one click. stop multi-chain solution. So you can swap from Bitcoin into AVAX, and if you want it to be anonymous, so it's private, no one can see it, like that's it. Ghosty Cash is your one. Privacy, like Monero, that blockchain. I mean, this is very good for people that are swapping, say like Alex Becker is swapping his stacks into his AVAX or whatever, and doesn't want all his followers to know. He uses Ghosty Cash. And the exciting news, Ghosty Cash now supports Bitcoin Cash. So they're basically thrashing out a load of new protocols and a new cryptocurrencies to going on to Ghosty Cash. And literally, like, for them not to, for something that's this early, like, it's like more of a riskier bet because it hasn't done anything yet on that chart. But for me, this is the sort of thing that you should be investing in, because like, we go back to this chart, it's literally just come out at the start of the year and it's done nothing. And that's what good, you know, that's when you need to be accumulating, because most people, they see this God candle and it's gone up to like, I don't know, $2.50 or whatever it goes up to. And then they're like, oh, Ghosty Cash, that's a good thing, you know what I mean? Then they start looking into it. So now is the time to be getting some Ghosty Cash, getting some Track, some Pipe, some Pepe. They're the 4 ones that I personally hold, and they're the ones that I want to take with me and accumulate more. At the minute, I do. There is other things that I'm want to accumulate, but I'm only got X amount of liquidity. Not like, look at me, like I'm not like super rich or anything. Hopefully this bull market, I'm going to make it, and these could be the tokens to take me there. Who knows? So if you watched to the end of the video, thanks very much. Please subscribe to my channel if you like me enough, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.